Welcome to UiPath Job Trainings series, where I'm trying to explain how to convert a code or some code that you are asked to do in your job interview, and if you can get that online, how can you convert that in UiPath so that you can deliver your solution. So in this video series, I have already covered a lot of concepts. I have updated all those videos in this particular channel, UiPath Automate with UiPath, and you will be able to see all the videos in UiPath Job Trainings. Go ahead and see that. Well, I am covering user input and operators in this particular video, but I have already completed all the content till typecasting. If you haven't checked that out, go ahead and check it out in the playlist, or you can also check that in the video description if available, or else just comment it out in this video so that I can add if the description is missed. So what exactly is user input? Let's assume that while execution we want some input from a user who is executing this code to enter a value. So how can we exactly do that? In the code, if you see, there is something called read line, write line and everything, but in UiPath code is not required at this level. All you need to understand is how to do that. Let's start by creating a new sequence, and that new sequence can be created like this: add sequence, and this is the new 7 input, user input, and in this we are going to cover how can we get value from a user who is executing this particular code. Here you can see write line, console.readline, but let's go ahead and see what's there in input. Different values we have, input dialog we have, and custom input we have. Both can be used to get the values, but for this session, for basics, you can use input dialog. If you want to understand what is the difference between input dialog and custom input, I have already created a video on it. Go ahead and search it out in my channel. So in this input dialog, it accepts multiple things: the dialog title and input label, input text box, and value. Let's add few details and then we'll get through this process. Dialog can be, what's the dialog? Enter a username. This can be the title, and this is throwing an error. So whenever something is throwing an error, just see why it's throwing an error. This is because if you see or hover in the dialog title, this accepts an integer value, but an integer value should be in double quotes. That's the reason it is throwing an error. So if you add this value in double quotes, this will be, or this error will not come. And in this label, let's also add input, username input. This also accepts string username label. So whatever label we have, we can give it over here, and you can see the label property over here, and this also accepts in string value. So input type, we have multiple choice as well, and as well as text box. So if I want to give multiple choice, I can give them. What I can also get is, if the value is typed by a user, what's the value that he typed. So here in the out arguments, you can see what is the output value, input result. So this is the value that I am going to get from here. So let's go ahead and debug this flow. Let's see what are we going to get. So this complete code that you are seeing here, like assigning it to a variable, writing console.readline, just check in the comment, type username and press enter. So here also we have this value, type a username. Here you have the title, this is the label, and here I have my name Vajrang, and then hit on OK. So the value we are not able to see because we didn't add any log message. Let's add a log message, and in this log message, here you have the value assigned to username, but in this particular input dialog, see, there will always be a structure where you can see in the properties, that's with input and output. In the input you need to give all the input values, in the output you need to give all the you need to extract all the values from the output panel. And here let's check with the result, and that result value is input result. Let's add that value in here, input result. If you observe carefully, this is of a type string, so there is no need to convert it to a string again. This will be accepted. Debug Vajrang and hit on OK, and in the output you can see the value. What if I want to add, or I want to set a predefined value that okay, select only from this particular choices? Yes, I can do that. So when you click on select multiple choice, there is an option again here, input options. So there is an option for you to add multiple values, but that value should be separated by comma. So Control Shift E is what we have, and Vajrang we have, and UiPath and job interviews. Hit on OK, and then let's run it again. So we have three options, and in an interview, if someone asks you how to get input from a user, you can say it in two ways: custom dialog and as well as input dialog. Custom dialog is more sophisticated way, or it requires more understanding. It's not as simple as this, but in this user input dialog, you can easily get the values from here. Again, this is a radio button, and if I select job interviews, I can get the value from this particular activity, job interviews. So that is user input. Let's see if we have any other value, and enter your age is this age. So if I want to change something, how can I do that? Enter your age. Okay, enter your age, and instead of multiple choice, let's add text box again. And here in the input result, here you can see your age is. Let's copy this value and let's paste it here. But here you can see we don't have age as a variable here. All we have is input result. That's what we need to give. So let's go ahead and run this. Enter my age. My age is 28. Let's hit on OK, and let's see what value can I get it over here. Output, and my age is 28. So that's what it is. And if I need to give something else, I can do it. So here you can see, okay, here we can see the values, and it clearly says that if the age is a number, you cannot implicitly convert it string to an integer. Again, this is in the code, but we are accepting string, so we will be able to accept string values. Okay, let's go with next one. So here it's asking find the missing part to get user input. Username console dot. Okay, here what we need to add, let's see, right line, enter username. This is string username, and console dot read line. Read line is what we are need to give it over here. Let's see the answer, and this is correct. So this is again waste of time. Let's go and see the next one, which is operators, an important concept to cover. So clearly understand what are concepts first, then we can go into the code. So if you see, there are different operators, which is addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, modulus, increment and decrement. These all are arithmetic operators, and there are specific C# assignment operators, which is equal to assign. If I want to assign something, I can assign to this. And there is also comparison operators. So again, this is this needs a separate video to cover what are the operators and how can you use operators in UiPath. And since this is equal to, can we use equal to in UiPath, because we are working on VB, not specifically we should not use this equal to symbol. There is a separate way how to do that. So let's cover all those concepts in the next video, since the time will not be sufficient for this video, and we have and everything can be covered in one specific video in operators. So don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe buttons, and at the bottom you can see the number scrolling. If you want to fund me, go fund me in any UPI platform. If you are from other country, you can also do a PayPal for my to help me out to contribute to my videos. And if few videos are specifically for members who join to this channel, here if you can see, yeah, here hit on the join button where you need to join to this channel, and then you can get the special videos or exclusive videos for you. All the best, and see you in the next video of operators.